Dr. Anslem came into Christabel's apartment with so much excitement in his face. He carried himself like a man who had been longing for this moment. He had always loved home-cooked meals, and Christabel knew the kind of food that melted his heart. On the dining table was a steaming bowl of fresh fish pepper soup, neatly set with plates and a jug of cold water. The aroma filled the whole apartment, and the doctor could not resist it. He sat down quickly and began to eat like a man who had found gold in a plate. "This is delicious, Christabel," Dr. Anslem said with a smile that reached his eyes. "You're truly the best thing that has ever happened to me. How can one woman carry so much grace in her hands? Look at this fish, perfectly cooked. The pepper is balanced. The taste is heavenly. Honestly, you have captured my heart in a way no other woman has ever done. I love you, Christabel. I mean it from my heart." He continued eating happily, praising her between every spoonful as Christabel sat quietly, watching his every move. Christabel tried to smile as he showered her with praise, but her heart was restless. She knew that Nneka had added the dangerous herb into the food, yet the doctor kept eating without any discomfort. He finished the first plate and requested more. Licking his lips in satisfaction, every second that passed made Christabel more anxious. She expected him to fall immediately, yet he sat there strong and cheerful, describing the food as the best he had eaten in his life. She began to wonder if the herb had failed, and fear slowly grew inside her heart. Minutes turned into long moments. 30 minutes after eating, Dr. Anslem was still strong and cheerful. He was even humming a song quietly, rubbing his stomach as if the food had satisfied him completely. Christabel felt her palms sweating. Nneka's words echoed in her head, telling her that the herb was powerful and would not fail. She wanted to believe her, but doubt was already creeping in. Just as she began to lose hope, the unexpected happened. The doctor suddenly bent forward and touched his stomach. His face twisted in pain, and a strange noise came from his belly. "What is happening to me?" Dr. Anslem asked with a trembling voice. He tried to stand, but his legs failed him, and he fell heavily to the floor. Sweat poured down his face as he held his stomach tightly. "Christabel, tell me what you put in that food. This is not ordinary pepper soup. Something is wrong." His voice was filled with panic. Christabel stood still, unable to speak. She had imagined this moment, but now it was happening. She could hardly move. Suddenly, Nneka came out from the inner room, her face calm and fearless as she looked down at the man in pain. "You're surprised to see me, right?" Nneka said. "You thought I was dead, but here I am, standing before you. I am the one who put the poison in your food. You deserve every pain that is crawling through your body right now. But you still have a chance to live. I have the antidote with me. If you agree with my conditions, you will recover instantly." She lifted a small bottle in her hand, waving it slowly before him. "This is what will save your life. Without it, you will surely die." Dr. Anslem was shocked as he struggled to breathe. "Nneka, you are alive. Christabel told me she killed you. How is this possible?" He turned to Christabel, who lowered her head in silence. So both of you deceived me." His voice cracked in pain. What do you want from me, Nneka? I'll do anything. Just save me. Please. I don't want to die. Tell me what you want, and I will do it right now. Just let me have the antidote. Don't leave me like this. His words poured out like water, desperate and broken. Then listen carefully, Nneka replied. You will call the chief security officer of the hospital this moment. You will instruct him to release all the pregnant women being held hostage in the hostel. Those women must go free tonight. You will also sign a document that hands over full control of the hospital to Christabel. She will manage it as her own. If you agree to these conditions, I will give you the antidote and you will leave. But if you refuse, you will die right here on this floor. She placed the bottle gently on the table before him. The doctor quickly grabbed his phone. His hands were shaking as he dialed the chief security officer's number. His voice quivered as he gave the instruction. Release them. Release all the pregnant women immediately. Don't hold anyone again. Let them go home tonight. After ending the call, he turned to Christabel, begging, please bring the paper. Let me sign whatever you want. Just give me the antidote afterward. I can't endure this pain anymore. It feels like fire is burning me from the inside. Christabel quietly brought the will that she had written earlier, and without reading it, Dr. Anslem signed it. He didn't know that he was handing over the hospital to Christabel. When the paper was signed, Nneka smiled coldly. She opened the bottle and poured the liquid into a cup, then handed it to the doctor. Drink this and your pain will disappear, she said softly. With trembling hands, he collected it and swallowed everything in a haste, desperate for relief. But instead of recovering, his eyes rolled back and his breathing grew faint. He struggled for a few seconds, then lay still. Dr. Anslem was gone. The poison had finished its work. That night, Christabel and Nneka dragged his lifeless body to the secret Soakaway, where he had hidden so many others, and threw him inside. Days later, Christabel assumed full control of the hospital. She moved around with authority, but not with the same evil spirit that Dr. Anslem carried. She immediately stopped the selling of babies and ended the practice of housing pregnant women as prisoners. She turned the place into a proper hospital, one that offered genuine care and compassion. Nneka gave birth to her baby safely and left the hospital with joy in her heart. The darkness that once covered the place began to fade, and people saw Christabel as a new kind of leader, one who turned evil into light. Thank you for sticking with me from the season 1 to the season 9 of this interesting story, The Newness, which is the final season. That is the season 9 of this mind-blowing story. Hope you learned great lessons from each of the characters. For any season you missed, search for it on my channel so you enjoy the full gist of the story. Stay glued to my channel for more interesting stories. Thank you. Bye-bye.